Before I get on to the meat of what I want to discuss, I wanted to throw out a quick thank you to everyone who watched the Aspen video and for all of the support I got. It was crazy. I did not expect that to pop off as much as I did. I thought I was just gonna make a video on a niche little TikTok creator that I didn't like. But I guess thousands of other people didn't like her either, because I think that video is sitting at 20k as I'm filming this, and that's wild because I've never done numbers like that before. And thank you. Online flash games, a staple of the early 2010s. One flash game that I became infatuated with, utterly obsessed with for half of my life, was Animal Jam, an online flash game where you could make an account, play as an animal, and acquire items to either trade or decorate your character with, normal stuff for games like that. And while myself and many others have spent hours on this game during our childhoods, the game itself is kind of dead. But I won't be talking about Animal Jam, but rather the parent company of Animal Jam, known as WildWorks. While they're no longer the sole owner of Animal Jam, they still have partial ownership. Selling the game aside, WildWorks themselves had some shady practices that I observed as an outsider over the years. It's sad to see though, because if the company was at all ethical, I would have logged back into my account and bought a membership for this video, but I won't be spending a dime of my hard-earned money on this game, as I believe that it would be going to the wrong type of people. WildWorks in the past has honored their creators, and they did that quite often, especially the large creators, which makes sense as they generated a lot of revenue for the game and the company. They favored the most squeaky clean, larger sub count, and even in-game popularity over all else. They seemingly preferred this even over child safety, and when you're running an online children's flash game, that is when that sentiment gets dangerous. From victim blaming to refusing to ban popular players even though they're predators, there's a lot to discuss, so I hope you're buckled in for this wild ride. I'm so sorry, but before I get into this, I also wanted to give credit where credit is due. A lot of Animal Jam players seem to be bumbling fucking idiots and not provide proof for any of their claims. One creator, however, has made many videos calling out predators with proof to back his claims up, so thank you Patch the Alpha, the GOAT, for making well-made videos with all the evidence compiled, because that contributed a lot to me creating this video. Anyways, onto the fall of one of the most popular children's games. On May 26th, 2016, Animal Jam added a new feature that would change the game. Oh, hi cat. Oh my goodness. Okay, we can do this. This works. On May 26th, 2016, Animal Jam added a new feature that would change the game greatly, letting artists create their art into a displayable item. These were called masterpieces. I remember when these came out, the community was really shook. It added a whole new era of expression, as you could trade these items to other players. Many artists got recognized for their insanely good artwork made in the Animal Jam game with the very limited tools at their disposal. One of these artists went by the in-game name Hyaline1. They were a very revered artist in the Animal Jam community, his in-game artwork being worth quite the amount of rare in-game items. I remember trading my items for some of his artwork because it was just that impressive, it looked good. However, there was something boiling in the background, and soon it would completely boil over. If you took a closer look at Hyaline1's artwork, it started to look fishy. From the emphasis on animal characters' paws to larger characters eating smaller characters, there were obvious fetishy undertones in the artwork. The furry characters involved in these pieces would be wearing little to no actual clothing and would be partaking in some very fetishy activities. Not only are they partaking in these fetishy activities, they have really defined bulges and defined breasts. Animal Jam would suspend you for random shit you did 2 weeks ago, but they would keep approving this person's fetish work to circulate and continue to circulate around their game. And again, this was straight up for furries with defined bulges and furries with defined breasts and very little clothing. But since this person was popular enough, and since they brought the game quite a bit of revenue, as people would post onto sites like YouTube about this person and his artwork, they looked past it, and it was generally ignored up until he was caught. Caught doing what, you might ask? Well, he was caught talking to kids. There's no easy way to say this man was talking to children. He was caught having inappropriate sexual conversations with minors and even role-playing sexually with them on another game owned by WildWorks. This game was for older preteens and it was called Feral. I remember playing it a tiny bit when it came out. I don't think it's around anymore though, but I'd have to fact check that. He was caught role-playing with children sexually on this game owned by WildWorks. He was caught talking on the Animal Jam game itself, talking about how he didn't like wearing pants because it heated him up in places, and then went on to roleplay with the minor sexually in Feral. They platformed this person. They even had him as an addition to their very own ambassador program, from what I'm remembering. I might be wrong here. And what the ambassador program was, it was basically the content creators and people who they wanted to represent their game. They would shout out these people and even have artwork of these people in their YouTube banner, and it was kind of like a big feat to get into this ambassador program. Everyone wanted to be a part of it. But when news broke, Animal Jam themselves said nothing, and they didn't break their silence until the community itself went on like a rampage, campaigning that this user's account be banned, as these conversations did take place in the game. However, when Animal Jam broke their silence, it was not the response the community was like desperately looking for. They made a post during the heat of all this, like all of this news coming out, and it was blaming the victims, telling them to not be a drama llama and not to spread misinformation through the grapevine. They made an entire Instagram story as well to add insult to injury. These kids were groomed on their game and were told to stop being dramatic and to stop spreading rumors. And it would be months before they finally banned this person, but it was long enough and well anticipated by him, so he had time to like move everything over to an alternative account and keep playing the game. That's right, folks, it wasn't an IP ban used to ban this predator finding his victims on their game. It was a plain old account ban. While I haven't seen any information on this person's whereabouts today, it's still a large stain on their reputation and is very showing of their lack of integrity for keeping children safe on Animal Jam. Cartoon was another artist, an artist endorsed by Animal Jam. Who fucking knew? This person had a lot of the same qualities as Hyaline1 actually. They were an artist who was loved by the community for their incredible artwork on the Animal Jam mobile game, which is now the main game by the way, because that happened apparently. However, when you look at the artwork, very much like Hyaline, the more you looked, the more you noticed that there were very fetishy undertones, with emphasis on the furry character's paws, making sure that they were overly detailed. I'm talking some very detailed feet here. As this person grew, so did their minor audience. And a lot like the last person, they started messaging minors on Instagram. While this didn't occur in the game was used to lure their victims in. The game was their outlet, and this person was never banned from Animal Jam. Animal Jam never banned this individual. With all this information surfacing, this person was caught asking nudes from multiple children. And when people started digging, they found that this person drew explicit art of minor characters performing sexual actions on each other.
The article. A large, somewhat in-depth piece of writing detailing the undercover journey of Cartoon's alternative Tumblr account, in which they posted derogatory artwork of underage TV show and game characters participating in sexual acts. Some of these fetishes involved BDSM, incest, and of course, as previously seen in his AJ account, feet.
And again, this was surfaced. Not only were the bigger creators quiet, so was Animal Jam themselves. When it comes to things like this, I can kinda understand not bringing this person up, like as a company. It's bad marketing, however, to not ban this individual from your game and letting them still roam freely in the very game they found their victims in is downright disgusting and irresponsible. Even if the conversations didn't happen in the game, the fact that they used the game to find their victims was more than enough of a reason to ban them. I have not found any information regarding whether or not this person is active on alternate accounts, but the fact that their main account wasn't banned blows my fucking mind. This person is a little bit different than the last two I covered. Rather than being a creator who was well known by the community and just being endorsed by Animal Jam, this person was, like, surely a part of their ambassador program. Like, for sure, 100% was a part of the ambassador program. This program cherry picks creators, again, the popular creators, and chooses them to represent the game. As I said before, this person got artwork made in the Animal Jam YouTube banner, and they were featured there. They were a well-known Instagram Instagram creator, so they got accepted into this program. Let me introduce you to Asteralium, an Animal Jam Instagram user. While they were more known in the Animal Jam mobile game, her entire account was scrubbed and deleted, so I'm unsure about what she posted and why the community favored her over other creators, nor was I active in the community for her downfall like I was the last two. In 2021, this game was banned from Feral, the game made by the people who made Animal Jam, and a lot like Hyanine 1, she was caught role-playing sexually with a minor in this game. Despite this, Animal Jam still looked at this creator and made them an addition to their ambassadors program. They saw this person had previous sexual misconduct with a minor on another WildWorks owned game and still added them to the ambassador program. But that wasn't all. It seems that this person had came into contact with an actual child. Like, they actually met up with the minor. They met up in real life where this person would cuddle the victim in the victim's underwear. They then would go on to ask the same child over Discord if they would like to go further the next time they meet. The underage individual had expressed some level of discomfort, saying they were asexual. However, that did not stop this predator from trying to change the kid's mind. This person went on to discuss fetishes and what they're into with the child. This person would ask multiple times if this child was okay with talking about sexual stuff. This message included knowing that the minor was asexual, pushing for this young child to tell Asteralium what they found hot, asking this child to explain to them the extent of their asexuality, and asking if this kid was into biting. The victim was 15. All of these instances were left to go on without Animal Jam denouncing them or even making a post about basic online safety for the minor audience to hear anything from them, any type of support. Animal Jam endorsed these predators, going on to even protect Hyanine, going on to add someone to their ambassador program who had previously gotten banned from one of their own games for sexual misconduct with a minor. Yet that didn't ring any bells, that wasn't made an issue with them. They ignored the red flags and even blamed victims. The people running this game seemingly have no fucking clue how to keep children safe. Beyond ignoring predators, Animal Jam has the most shitty moderation practices of any kid's game. They leave inappropriate content left to circulate throughout the game in the form of masterpieces and poor chat filters. You cannot say "adopt me, I'm a baby" for the young role players, but you can get multiple swear words and inappropriate phrases through the chat system through spacing out the words or just censoring them. And sometimes it's not even a banned phrase and you can just go on to say it as many times as you want. There have also been multiple bugs letting children say very inappropriate things. So you can just flat out say phrases that you should not be able to say, whether it be through a bug or poor chat moderation. They also seemingly have no clue that they're responsible for the community beyond just their game. If someone is using their game to raid and be racist and hateful, they won't get an IP ban. They won't actually get banned at all, because it seems the only thing ban-worthy of Animal Jam is openly being sexually explicit in the game. But that's just a chance of your account getting banned. Most of the time, they will literally only deal out 1 week suspensions for these people, and that is insane. So for every individual misbehaving outside of the game, individuals like Cortoon, they will not punish them. They're left to continue whatever they're doing and are left to simply go on and potentially victimize others and get away with their bad behavior. I believe that wraps everything up. Anyways, I'm Ren, tired, and thank you for watching. Please wait before you click off, and if you want to support little ol' me and my channel, you can do anything, you know, like follow me on Twitch or subscribe. It helps me out loads, and if you're feeling extra generous, I have my Streamlabs donation links in the description. All funds are going toward a new PC so I can further improve my content and streams. Anyways, bye bye, thank you for watching, for real this time, and I will see you all later.